Hello everybody, I'm Sneaksy Gamer and welcome back to Dark Souls. Wrong character. I left off in the Demon Ruins. Depending on how things go, I may end up having to make this episode a bit shorter than the others. My stomach's kind of been acting up a bit today. But hopefully everything will be okay. Where stuff. Pretty sure that night was, or that night I just saw in the background on the connectivity mod that there was somebody whose name was something, so I just that was completely by accident. I just said night when I meant to say that message. That's a bit loud, isn't it? Maybe. I'm not sure if that turns it down in the recording or not. Probably not. Doesn't look like it. I will adjust the volume in a moment. It's quite loud. Okay, hopefully it won't be quite as loud now. But it probably will be, knowing my luck. Knowing my luck, I probably didn't change anything there. Ah, don't get trapped. Now let's see if I can use the elevation to my advantage. I'm not even going to try to fight that thing. Actually, you know what? I'll kill it real quick with my bow. Maybe not real quick, but I'll kill it with my bow. Hey. Stop that. Okay, it's not taking too long. Will you attack me if I shoot you from here? Nope. Okay, well that's... Do I not have poison arrows? No, I only have regular arrows, lovely. Okay, fine. At least I've got 900 and some of them. I've got plenty of them. I hope that hurt. That was kind of mean. Okay, now we've got one more of those guys over here. And this one doesn't want to attack it either, but I'm going to switch to the hawk ring so I can shoot it from here. And I'm only doing this because it's going to be much easier than fighting it on this little narrow ledge. It's not real narrow, but it's narrow enough that I would get pushed off quite easily. And I don't want to have to fight through the other ones again. So I'm being a bit cheap about it, but as I said, I don't want to risk falling off the ledge. Now we're going to have an ambush up here. of those rock worms. Let's switch back to my silver serpent ring so I can get more souls. More souls is always helpful. There's one. Again, these guys kinda suck in close quarters, so I'm just gonna stand back and shoot it, and there's 4 more up ahead, so that might take a bit. And they're all at once too, so it's not like I can pick them off one by... I mean, I can pick them off one by one, but if I'm too close to them, I could end up being killed quite easily. I think it's on the next thing. Yep, this one. There we are. 4 of them. So these ones I don't want to try to take on head to head due to the fact that the other ones could interfere. The one next to it could attack me at the same time, and that's just not cool. And just because I don't like taking those things on face to face, they just kind of suck to fight with a weapon. And no, as far as I know, they don't have a weak point. You do the same amount of damage no matter where you shoot them. Yeah, you don't do more damage anywhere. Even on their belly, as far as I know, it doesn't do more damage. Because I've tried it on others, and it did the same amount of damage, so... yeah, they kind of suck that way. So you can imagine how difficult they get when you get to higher game cycles, and they've got way more life, and you only do, like, depending on what your bow is, I think mine does like 100 some damage to them, but it takes quite a few arrows. Probably just as many as it's taking to kill them right now, if not a few more. But yeah, it kind of sucks. And I'm not sure what they're weak to, so I wouldn't know what to enchant my bow with, what ember to use, what blacksmith to go to get. There we've got a large flame ember, so I can now get flame plus 10, I believe. But anyway, I wouldn't know which blacksmith to use to get, if they would be weaker to fire, or lightning, or whatever else. I can't even think of any of the others right now. Magic, or... yeah, I don't know if they'd be weak to any of that stuff, so... I just go straight up physical damage with the bow, or if I've got, with my other character, I've got the lightning composite bow, plus 5, I think. Okay, now, before I go through this fog gate to fight the boss, this boss will look quite familiar because it's the 3rd time I'm fighting this technique. But first, I've got the toxic mist for the purpose of this. If you didn't rank up to the 2nd rank in the Servants of Chaos, that's the one where you can join with Quilake's sister. If you didn't join that covenant and rank up to rank 2, this shortcut is closed from this side. So the only way, you have to kill something that's on the other side of this wall here. So if you use the toxic mist, hopefully that's the right one. Otherwise, if you don't kill it, Solaire kind of loses his mind, and you can't have him help you in the final boss fight. And you'll know if you kill it because it gives you over 100 souls, where the others are only giving 63 or something like that. But if you used the, actually I think you have to open it while you're part of the Servants of Chaos, so it's not like you can rank up to rank 2, leave the Covenant, then get this later. I think you have to be rank 2 in the Covenant at the time that you open it. But yeah, it kind of sucks if you don't know that and you didn't join the Covenant, and it takes, I want to say, 30 humanity total that you offer to her sister in order to get to rank 2. I can't say for certain if that's what it was, but I believe that it was 30. Wanted to ensure that I would make that. I probably would have, but yeah, I don't think I've shown that yet, have I? Yeah, that's the helmet that constantly drains your health while you're wearing it. But it increases your soul absorption, so you get more souls, and it increases your item find rate. Oop. I forgot to turn my volume down, and that was warning me to publish my video. Sorry about that. Good thing I stopped it before it got into the copyrighted song. That could have been bad. That's the problem with recording before 6 p.m. I will run into that happening if I don't turn my volume off. Now I'm gonna go over here and make sure I've got full health, because I don't think you can jump back across. So I always just drop down here, take a little bit of damage, drop down here, take a bit more damage, and then I head back out. Might be able to drop onto that tree root from up above, but I can't guarantee I'd be able to land that, so I'm not going to try it. But yeah, if you don't kill that thing that I killed through the door, it's one of those bugs, but it has a special item on it. And if you don't kill it, Solaire will find it and kind of go insane, and then you gotta kill him, and then you can't get his help anymore, so it's kind of sad. Okay, now, this fight, I'll try to fight it close range, but I mean, it's a boss we've seen a few times before now. It's literally the Asylum Demon and the Stray Demon. Crap, my shield isn't good against magic though. And it can hit me from all the way across the thing because we're in a narrow hallway, so oh crap, I'm here. I can't win. I don't want to be there. This shield is crappy against magic, so I might cheese this fight because it's going to be extremely difficult without the right equipment. I'd rather not die. So I think I'm gonna cheese this fight. You can get it stuck on the roots and then just shoot it to death. Let's go with Valkyrie. Make this a bit quicker. So yeah, I'm gonna cheese this one because I don't have the right equipment. I completely spaced it that I needed a shield that protects against magic here. Otherwise, it's just going to slaughter me because I won't be able to block enough damage with the magic. So yeah, I'm going to do it the cheap way. It is possible to kill it the other way, same strategy as I used with the Stray Demon, where I dropped down and just stayed behind it the whole time. Same strategy, just block when it does its magic blast attacks, and that's about it. I think it has a new attack that it will use when its life gets low. I think it's got an attack that it will use, I'm not sure. Actually, now that I think about it, I think I remember the next boss. This one I think has just the magic area of effect blasts. But yeah, like I said, it's basically the same strategy as the Stray Demon. I know it was cheap to do it that way, but the magic defense on this shield is total shit. So everything else is okay or exceptional, but magic defense is total crap on that shield, and I completely spaced that I needed magic defense there. Probably should have switched over to a different shield, but like I said, I forgot about it. Something like the crest shield would have been a good idea, but that doesn't have very high fire defense. But yeah, anyway. So I kind of feel bad for cheesing that fight, but I wasn't... Dang it, why do I keep going over there? I need to switch the lane. I wasn't properly equipped to fight that thing. And yes, that is on me. That was completely my fault. I should have remembered that I needed a better shield for that, but I completely forgot about it. These things aren't that bad of an enemy, in my opinion, as long as you don't get surrounded by them. Because I can typically one-shot them with the weapon I'm using when I come through. If not one hit, one hit, two hits will do it usually. Although not quite that in the higher New Game Plus cycles, but close enough that it's... I love when I kill all three at once. Close enough that it's not that challenging to kill them as long as I don't get surrounded. I swear that looks like it's one of them, because it's moving and everything. But if you attack it, nothing happens. Then we've got 4 more up here that I swear are those things, but you can't kill them, so... Anyway, I'm gonna activate this, and this is a shortcut up to this room outside of the Covenant thing. I'm not gonna hit the bonfire over there, because there's one right down the stairs in here. Oh yeah, and that drops down into the room we were just in. It's just a drop off the end of the staircase there. Now I wonder if that would work as a way to, if you use that shortcut to come back through and use that as a way to do a plunging attack on the demon fire sage that I just fought. I don't know if that would work or not. I've never tried it. I should try it on the next time I come through with a character, but for now I'm not going to be doing that, because this character, I can't do it, and the one my other character, I'm not in the right covenant for it, and I don't feel like changing from the covenant I'm in. But yeah, there's a bonfire right down here. And then we have another boss battle right up there too. Light bonfire. Now I'm gonna level up. Everything's increasing things the same pretty much. Except dexterity and strength add to my weapon damage. Everything else goes up, increases the same stats basically. I think I'm going to put one into strength. I think I'll use Flash Sweat before I go into this fight. I'm not sure if it'll help me out at all, but it's worth a try. I'm going to repair my equipment. Hopefully I won't die in this fight, because this fight can be a bit tricky sometimes. Good fire defense in here and good physical defense. Because that thing that I saw, that I showed that was hanging on the wall, where there was the sign that said boss ahead, that's what we're fighting in here. And I hate this fight. Because you don't have much of a good area to fight it on. The area you fight it on is rather small unless you run across to a bigger area, but then it does this one attack more that I absolutely hate, and yeah. I might have to go to the bigger platform, not really a platform, but the bigger area just so I can see what's going on, because otherwise if I'm locked onto it, it ends up, my camera goes like straight up into the sky. We're gonna summon Sunbro. I think I'll stick with what I'm wearing right now. Do I have... I do have the Flamestone Blade Ring, don't I? Let's check though. Yeah, I'll go with that one. Because I may end up in the lava while I'm fighting this thing, and that's no fun. And why is there a red glow there? That looks weird. Okay, prepare for your eyes to be assaulted by the glare of the lava. Yeah, we gotta fight this thing. Now I'm gonna go this way. That's a lot of damage. So fire damage platform to fight it on. Solaire, get out of the lava, please. Oh, I didn't use flash sweat. Better use it quick. Now that it won't do much good. Yeah, it uses that attack more now that I'm over here, it seems. I don't know if it's supposed to, or if that's just, if it actually does, or if it just seems like it does, but to me it seems like it always uses that attack more over here. Come on, get over here on the land, please. So I can get underneath. There we go. Off and get the ring that you get for defeating it, but okay, it's not doing a ton of damage, but Solaire's not going to survive this fight, that's for sure. Oh, it's doing its bite attack on Solaire. Yeah, I hate this boss. Can glitch out apparently if it grabs Solaire or a Phantom or the player too close to the Solaire cut its tail off. Nice. Thanks, buddy. I've never cut its tail off before, but anyway. If it grabs a Phantom or a player too close to the wall, apparently it can glitch through the wall. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. It stomped on me and killed me. Well then. Now you see why I hate this one. Maybe I can get in a few shots with my bow before it gets over to that platform we were on. Or maybe if I use flash sweat before I go in there like I was planning to, I might not take as much damage from that lava. But yeah, I hate this thing. Although, actually, no, I need that fire protection, I think. I think I want that fire defense. I was going to say I could put on that ring, because that drastically reduces the amount of damage you take from fire, or from the lava, but I need the fire defense for this fight, so... straight over there. Yeah, it was a good idea to put on the flash sweat before I came in here. Much better than what I did last time. Let's recover my souls even more reactive. Now I'm gonna shoot the jerk a few times. Come on, Solaire, get out of the lava, please. Aw, it's barely doing anything. Oh, well, I'll still hit it a few times before it gets over here. Do a little bit of damage at least. might have been able to get a few more shots on it. I don't want to risk it. I don't want to risk getting hit with that attack without blocking it. Because that attack would probably do a ton of damage. But yeah, that was a new thing for me, so it's nothing. Solaire or I never cut its tail off before with my other character. Jesus, and that stomp is... It's not exactly a slow attack. Sorry, Solaire, I can't do anything while he's doing that. It always starts with that foot. It's kind of hard to tell when it starts it, and trying to fight it, and trying not to get hit with anything. And yeah, it's just... I'm not good at noticing attacks like that. Okay, get over there. Yeah, apparently it can glitch through the wall and then end up the side of the arena and it will die. There, cut the tail off again. Now, I'm going to equip the orange charred ring. And look at that. I barely take damage from it now. And this ring is required in the next area, basically. I mean, I'm sure if you have a ton of HP and fire resistance, you could make it through without needing that, but you gotta go through a lot of lava in the next area. And here we've got Solaire.
Why? Why? After all this searching, I still cannot find it. Why? Why? After all this...
Yeah, he's kind of getting depressed because he can't find his son that he's looking for, and not, like, his child son, his, like, the son. Because he's looking for his own personal son and he can't find it. That kind of ties into what would happen if you don't kill that enemy on the other side of the shortcut door over there. It's basically, it's one of those bugs, and it has what is called a sunlight maggot, and it's a helmet that it drops, and it produces light from the helmet, and if you don't kill that thing, once you enter the next area up here, it's too late by that time. If you haven't killed it, as soon as the name of the next area comes up on your screen, you can't do it anymore. You can't save him anymore, but it will... He will get in there, and apparently he will kill it and get the sunlight maggot, and it drives him insane, basically. He puts it on, and found his own son, but he kind of goes insane. Oh yeah, these guys. Bounding demons of lost Izalith. Somebody's got a summon sign there. Nah, I think I'm good. These are basically the lower half of the zombie dragons, or the undead dragons, whatever they're called. And they suck. Luckily, they're not that aggressive. You have to get pretty close to them for them to attack you, but still, you want to be careful around them. You don't want to make them angry, because they cover ground fast. But yeah, you gotta get pretty darn close to them for them to attack you. So yeah, as you can see, like I said, that orange charred ring is basically a necessity in this area. And in fact, I do want to read the item description on that ring, because I think it tells you what its original purpose was. Yeah, that is the only one that you basically will always end up growing when you come through. So I'm gonna go around this way so I can get inside this building here and hopefully not make it angry until I have to. Okay, come on up in there. Be wary of lava. Now in here we get a soul of a great hero, which, other than the boss souls, is the highest soul you can get in the game. And I believe it gives 20,000 souls. Yep, 20,000 souls. Now, you get over here. Yeah, if you're careful about it, in here is basically the safe place to fight them from, as long as they're not too close to me, or and they can kill each other even. So that's a strategy. You can use a bow to shoot a bunch of them and draw them all in at once, and then they'll do their attacks and kill each other. But you gotta be in a spot where they're not gonna be hitting you while you do it. And they don't drop anything, they just give souls. Oh, that's not even the one I thought it was. Crap. This is the one I thought I just drew in, but apparently not. Let's see if I can get another one over here so they can kill each other. There we go. Aww. Yeah, they don't stay aggro for very long sometimes. Don't get me. I've never tried to actually fight one of these with a melee weapon, because basically the first time I came in here I did try it and that just got stomped to death by it. Sorry about that. That cough came out of nowhere, so I didn't have a chance to mute the mic. But yeah, it basically just stomped on me and killed me instantly. So I've kind of avoided trying to fight them head to head. But yeah, I'm not gonna fight them all. I'm gonna leave most of them. I probably won't fight any more than I already have. Just, it's a waste of arrows, in my opinion, and a waste of whatever you use to kill them. Because, basically, they don't give you that many souls. I mean, yeah, 2,000 apiece, and there's quite a few of them, but it takes quite a bit to kill them. Why is that thing down there? Why are you out there? Do I dare drop? I don't know if I want to drop down there. I don't know if I'd survive the fall. Why is that thing's shadow being cast way up here? I'll just go down into the lava. I don't know that I would survive the drop. I'll drop from here. No, I don't want to go around that way because I would aggro another one of those things. Right over here. Is there a wall ahead? Yes, there is. Right here. And we've got a bonfire in here, which makes getting through this place much easier. Crap, I don't have humanity to kindle. Again, I apologize about that cough. It literally came out of nowhere. I had no chance to even try to pause my, or mute my mic, so that was probably very loud. I'm gonna kindle this all the way because I'm gonna need them, most likely. Then I will level up. Actually, because I'm not going to get through the boss in this area in this episode, I might actually just continue on with this. The boss in this area sucks. It's literally more of a puzzle than a fight. You need 3 hits to kill it, one on each side of it, and then you gotta get down into the heart of it and kill it by hitting it there. And oh man, does it suck. Thankfully, it doesn't restart the stage that you're in if you die, because I'm probably going to die at least once against this thing. I don't think I've ever killed it without dying. But first, I don't think I've completed, I'm pretty sure I didn't complete Onion Bro's storyline properly. Maybe I did. I don't know. But we'll find him here as well. Maybe I completed his storyline properly. I don't know right now. I'll find out in a little bit. But yeah, here you can get surrounded by these things quite easily. And that up there is a rare ring of sacrifice. I don't know if I'll get it, because it's kind of a pain in the butt to get. Because if you don't drop at just the right spot, you fall off the platform and end up down here, and you have to go all the way back around to get to it, and it's just a pain. Thankfully, I can one-shot these things, so I don't have too much trouble with them. Because that fire can take your life down quick if you're not careful. and get a soul, I believe it was. A large soul of a brave warrior. Now, that is a Chaos Eater. That thing will damage your weapons, your equipment with that attack. Oh man, are they bad. They creep me out. Thankfully, there's not a whole lot of those. Now, up here, I'm going to draw this one enemy's attention before I go up there, because if I go up there, I'll be fighting this enemy and a red spirit, so I don't want to do that. I'd fight both of them at the same time. This is one of the Daughters of Chaos, I believe. Not that bad when you're trying to fight that thing off with all its pyromancy and a dark spirit that's invading you. It's kind of tough. And it will be... Come on, where are you? Spawn in, please. There we go. Nightkerk again. You would think this guy would learn his lesson when we kick his butt every time. But now I believe if I've killed him in all the locations he shows up at, now back by Quilake's sister, there is a corpse where you can get his armor. Things aren't that tough, they just kind of suck if they damage your equipment. In here we've got a great pyromancy skill. Chaos Flame Fire Whip, or Chaos Flame Whip, something like that. That is not an illusory wall, but there is a staircase there which made me look around this area quite a bit the first time I came through, trying to find how to get there. I don't believe there is a way to get there. If there is, I have not found it yet. Now, before we go up there, up there and to the left, we've got the boss room, the boss fog, and yeah, as I mentioned, I don't like the fight. It's probably the most annoying boss fight in this game, simply because it will kill me so many times. I may end up dying this thing 10, 15 times, simply because of how I don't even know how to describe it. It's not difficult, it's just a pain. And when you're using a shield like I am to block its attacks, you need a lot of crap. I'm just gonna leave that ring. I don't want to keep trying. But you need to have a shield with high stability, and you want to have a shield that blocks all physical damage. At least that's what I've found to work the best. And you want to have a rather high amount of stamina as well, otherwise it will break through your guard right away. I'm not going to go back out there and try for that ring. I've got a rare ring of sacrifice. I don't usually use those anyways. So not a big deal. Now, we've got a few of these guys down here. And by a few, I mean quite a few. this, but this is where the shortcut would have brought you if you opened it up. But we've got a Titanite demon up here too, so I really don't know if I want to try to fight it. But I do want that shortcut open, and I do want to get up here because you run into Solaire up here as well. And I believe it's the last time you'll find him before your chance to summon him for the final boss. I might just fight this thing this way, simply because it's much easier and much less risky. Because it could shove me off the sides, and it got over that route right away. That's usually how I keep it back, is that route, and it got over it immediately. Maybe I should use the Hawk Ring. But then I'll have to make sure I remember to put on the orange shard ring again before I go into the lava again, otherwise I'll die instantly. I mean, not instantly, but pretty much. Not hit me. Oh man, but I barely do any damage from back here. I gotta get closer, crap. I don't want to get closer, but I have to. And why can I not get over there? Why can I not get up? Okay, now I can. I know this is going to take a while, and I apologize, but I don't want to risk being shoved off into the lava over there. So I'm going to do it the safe way. Safer way, anyway. It's not exactly safe still, but it's safer than going over there and risking falling in the lava because of it. Stay there, please. Don't get too close. I don't want you jumping over here. This one respawns, so if you need to get Demon Titanite, this is the place to go. Just kill this thing, and I believe this one gives 2, actually. And back off. Stay back, please. Don't come any closer, please. There, please. Thank you. And sometimes if you hit them right in the face while they're charging that up, it will stop them from charging it, but it's hard to time it right. Because it's like right as they start to lift up, like that thing where he kind of lifts his body up a little bit, seems to be the window to do it. At least that's the way it seems for me when I've done it in the past. Yeah, you can. It seems like you can knock it out of its charging animation every once in a while. Ah, it's backing away from me, huh? Well, then I'll get closer. You can walk slowly this way with the bow zoomed like this, which as far as I can tell, you can't zoom like this with a keyboard. At least not that I've seen. Yeah, the bad thing about playing this on PC, if you don't have a controller that you can plug in and use, there's no the signs and stuff in the beginning that tell you what buttons do what. They're the same as they are for the Xbox. So you basically, it tells you to use right bumper, left bumper, right trigger, left trigger, all that stuff. It tells you all of that right in the PC version. And there's nowhere that I've seen that you can see what the actual keys on the keyboard are for it. Unless it says in the options. I don't remember. It might say in the options, but yeah, the tutorial stuff, nope, it's in the controller commands. So when I first started playing, it took me forever before I got the controller that I use now. It took me forever to figure out which buttons did what. And yeah, it sucked. And we still got a couple minutes. Yep, 2 Demon Titanite, and it respawns, so you can come back and kill it as many times as you please. There is a glitch that will cause it to not respawn sometimes, but I don't remember how to fix it. It's something like you have to warp out to the Firelink Shrine and then come back in or something. Like warp to Firelink Shrine, then go to the Daughter Chaos or something like that, and then... Stupid thing. Yeah, see that yellow thing over there? That's from the bug that I killed. These are chaos bugs. Tears. Yeah, see, if I had come down here, if I hadn't killed that thing, he'd be attacking me right now, I believe. But yeah, this is what drives him insane. The sunlight make it, he'd be wearing it and attack us when we got down here. You can open this from this side, I believe. Yep. But yeah, that one doesn't respawn either. But yeah, now we can talk to him.
Was it all a lie? Have I done this all for nothing? Oh, my dear son. What now? What should I do? My son. My dear, dear son.
It's actually kind of sad, really, because he...
Was it all a lie? Oh, my...
Because he told us earlier on that he became undead so that he could search for his own son. So he basically died to get here, from my understanding. So that he could get here and find it, and then he can't find it. So yeah, he's completely dedicated to finding his own son, as you can tell, and he can't find it. So it's actually kind of a sad story. I mean, most of the NPCs, their storylines don't end well. I mean, seriously, even the ones back at Firelink Shrine, you've seen a couple of them where they completely just went hollow or whatever. Yeah, basically none of the NPCs have a storyline that ends well. And that Onion Bro included, but I won't spoil what happens with his in case I'm able to get it still. Because we see him right up here. But I am out of time for this episode. I'm probably going to pick this up right away afterwards and at least finish out this area, hopefully. I don't know. Anyway, that's all the time I have for this episode. Thank you everybody for watching. I hope you enjoyed. And as always, I will see you in the next episode. Goodbye.